Yo, welcome to the Vibe Provider Podcast. I'm your host, Caitlin Friel, and I got my bestie on the pod, Missy.
Hey.
So I was talking with Missy before we started, and I was like, this is going to be so exciting for everyone I ever talk to because I always be talking about Missy. Missy is my friend who makes the chocolate pie and the steak bites, which...
Yeah, I'm the cooker.
Yes.
If you're hearing about food, that's from me.
Cooker girl, baker girl, everything good I know came from Missy. And you guys have actually heard about both those things on the pod in past episodes. They were hyperfixations.
Yeah. And we have new ones every time.
Yep.
We always are like, that's our new thing that we're going to think about forever.
Okay. So, yeah, everyone's heard about Missy. Even the listeners.
Well, it's nice of you. But
yeah.
We like to do something fun and we like to eat.
Okay, so Missy, she got a science degree, which is kind of crazy because that's not the first thing I'd peg her for, to go to college.
Yes.
Or like to get that degree in college.
I know, because I don't do anything with it anymore. I actually went to school for medical laboratory science. So I worked in a hospital lab.
Which is crazy. I can't picture you there.
I know, me in my lab coat. And I loved school and I thought it was so fun. And then I went to a lab and everything was automated. And so you just turned into a mechanic, like running like stuff on the machines, like making sure the machines are running right. And I just got so bored that I just decided to do something else.
Yeah.
So I ended up actually going back to an old job with a full-time position and doing event planning.
And that's the Missy I know.
Yeah. And honestly, it's so much more fun. And I like it so much better.
You are a planner and you're good at whipping things together to make things fun. You amplify any responsibility role that is given to you.
Yeah. Well, I say I'm definitely like a type A personality. Like I'm the one who's like, I'm organized. I've thought about all of the different ways that this can play out and I'm ready for all of them.
I love your brain.
Which made me perfect for events because I was like, I can think of everything that could possibly go wrong and I'm ready for it.
Yeah. I love your brain. I tell you that a lot. When you be telling me things, I'm like, yeah. I love that you thought that. I love that you thought that.
The only downside is that my brain doesn't ever shut up.
See, a friend was talking to me just the other day, and someone told her to, not think for 5.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
Was that you? Were you telling me?
Oh, maybe. I've been going to therapy because of my brain.
Maybe. And then you were telling me, and then literally in the moment, I, didn't have thoughts. I could hear what was going on, but I was like, no thoughts.
That's crazy.
And so when you're like, dude, my brain can't shut off, I'm like, ma'am.
Like sometimes my brain will talk over the things I'm trying to do. Like if I'm listening to a book or a podcast, sometimes my brain will talk louder than it and I'll have to rewind and try again because it just goes all the time. I got so many things to think about.
True. But Missy's also married. She has a tech savvy husband who knows all the things.
And he's my personal IT guy.
Yes.
He does not like to be IT for anybody, but he'll be IT for me.
I love that for you.
So it makes me so that I can just not be good at anything. I'm like, I don't know how to make this TV switch.
And
someone's going to have to help
Sir,
me.
let me live. But then you're also like, please, quicker. Can we?
Yeah.
And then Missy has 2 littles, a boy and a girl.
6 and 3.
Yep.
That's our life.
Yeah.
We're moving into summertime.
Yes, I was actually going to bring that up because I was going to ask about life update and I was figuring that you were going to be like, people, we are going into summer months.
That's my big life update. My 6-year-old is graduating kindergarten this week.
Crazy.
And so we're moving into summertime. And I'm trying to be that relaxed, fun mom. Even though in my brain I'm not always that relaxed, fun mom. I'm like, we're going to have plenty of time to just do whatever we want. And it's okay if his brain rots a little because that's what I wanted to do in the summertime.
I love rotting.
Just rot.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want him to have that time.
Yep.
But I also want him to not be goo. So we got to adventure. We got to do some fun things. We're going to do our reading programs. So we do our at-home reading program and we reward them with fun stuff like Lagoon and things like that.
Love.
Or, just ice cream at Chick-fil-A.
Love.
So.
But I will say, I want everyone to know this. Missy has her teachers back. So Missy has been helping and volunteering and using her own money to like hook this kindergarten teacher up. Because Missy's been volunteering, and she was like, dude, Caitlin, the least I can do is
literally the least I could do.
Is buy mega snacks.
I think all teachers are gifts from God.
Yeah.
Because I could not do that.
No.
I am in that classroom 2 hours a week. So twice, 2 days. And I leave that classroom after 1 hour, and I'm like, I could use a Xanax maybe. Yeah. And she literally does it all day long. I don't know how she does it.
I can't put myself in her shoes. I can't.
No. And so I'm literally like, what do you need? What could you possibly need? I'm like, if you need wipes, I'm getting wipes, and I'm getting the big box.
Yeah.
I'm like, you need snacks?
She gets Costco size, everything.
Yeah. I love her so much. She's phenomenal. And I'm like, please let me do anything for you because I literally will. You're my lifesaver.
If we could all channel Missy's energy into loving and hooking up our teacher, that'd be sick. The teachers would feel way more supported for sure.
Yes. And they deserve it. It is outrageous in there.
She got a sick gift for Teacher Appreciation Week. And anyways, so Missy's been like always on top of it. She knows when the holidays are. She knows when she needs to hook up the teacher.
We're doing class parties, all the things.
And so when I have a kid, I'm like, Missy, just keep me on that group chat and like let me know when I gotta start buying stuff for my teacher.
Well, and I didn't know I would be that mom who was like, I'm gonna be in the classroom and I'm gonna be super involved.
Well, the thing is, you didn't sign up for that, but the teacher who was supposed to be like that helper girl,
yeah, they have like room moms,
and she was gone. She was
which
not
was
there.
New to me, so I did not sign up for that because he's my first kid in school.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'm new to this, so I'm happy to help, but I'm not giving myself jobs that I don't know how to do.
But then you found out.
But then I found out the teacher's doing all of it because her room mom's not helping. And so I was like, if you need anything,
I know,
just text me or just email me. And then she put me on all the emails for the things. And I was like, I'm going to show up here. I'm doing it.
I think she's going to be so sad when you're moving to first grade.
I know. Well, honestly, Milo's sad. He would like to do kindergarten again.
Love.
And I'm like, that's not really an option for us, but she's phenomenal. So we're sad to leave our teacher because we love her so much.
Yeah.
But we're ready for the summer and we're going to try and be fun.
Yeah, we're going to try. Another thing Missy showed me is she took a picture of all these kids' shoes in her front entryway, and she showed me. She's like, look. And I'm looking at kids' shoes, and she's like, this is my era of life right now. Yeah. Isn't this weird?
It makes me feel old and also like very blessed.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm now that mom who has like a whole bunch of little boys' shoes because they've all come in my front door and are like in the backyard on the trampoline.
Love.
And I'm like, this is a moment I need to remember. Like, look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us being that mom.
And then Missy was also saying, she was like, I got to make sure I got snacks on hand, drinks, like, you know.
Yeah. I'm going to be prepared. When they come in, I'm like, you need a snack? You need a drink?
I wish more parents were like this.
And I'm like, I want to have that policy. It's like, people can come in and play.
Yeah.
Even though my brain stresses out a little bit about it. But I want to be that mom, so I'm going to channel that energy.
See, I'm glad I got Missy because I'm like, me too on the back. Let me copy you.
Yeah. And I will also validate your feelings when you're like, I have 17 children in my house and I feel responsible for all of them. But also, I can't sit here and worry about them or else I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to let them do what they do.
I forgot to say something else about Missy. Missy's my influencer.
About weird stuff.
Yeah. So everyone has influencers online. I don't. I got Missy and I got my friend Candace and I got a few others. Oh, Casey, she's an influencer, and Anna. Those are my influencers.
Yeah.
Missy sends me all the clothes I need, sends me all like, honestly, there's no genre. It's everything.
It's always like, I got this weird thing on Amazon and I love it now.
Yeah.
Or like those Element drinks that I'm now obsessed with. I drink them constantly.
Which I told him about, I think.
Yeah, I saw you do it on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
They're like
Missy
a salty drink.
Right here, who told me to do citrus watermelon.
Yes, together.
Yeah.
And so I just find weird stuff. I'm like, look at this really great thing I found.
Right now I'm thinking, why the heck do we have a topic? We should just go through your Amazon list.
We should just look at my Amazon list because I buy weird stuff, but I commit hard to anything. So I'm like, I now have to tell everybody how much I love this. Like my toaster oven, I literally could not love something more than my toaster oven air fryer.
And she tells me when they're on sale. She's like, "Hey, if you
Yeah,
got the
I
Target
text
app,
everybody I
or
know.
Target
Like,
app,
this
yeah.
is the best price I've ever seen on this, and it's my favorite thing I've ever owned.
Like, I'm just letting you know.
I'm just letting you know because I love it so
that.
much.
So, do you want to? Okay, for a life update, did you want to say anything else about summer?
Well, hopefully in summer I'm picking my bakery business back up.
Okay.
So I do own a bakery business for my home.
Yep.
And my lovely therapist has told me that I've been holding too many things.
Honestly, she's telling the truth.
And she's probably right.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of letting my baking business fall to the back for a little while because it was the thing that could give.
Yep.
But I'm thinking in the summer I'm going to pick back up. I'm still baking on the side, but I'm not like using my Instagram and my blog.
Yep.
But I'm going to pick back up.
Okay.
So you can follow me at Checked Out Kitchen.
Yeah.
And you might see some things. I do baking, but I also do like meals. Like I'd have steak bites on there.
Yep.
Things like that.
Yeah.
So it's going to pick up in the summer. I'm going to do it.
And the thing is, you can always be like, I'm super into it this week. And next week you be like, this is boring. And
I know. All the influence online are like, you have to post every day at the same time every day, or else you will not get followers. And I was like, well, I'm maybe just not going to be that person.
But
I can't.
Did they sell their soul?
Yeah, and I can't.
And are you
I have
like,
life.
the thing about, that's the thing about me is I like Instagram a lot. But sometimes it's not very fun.
No.
And we go to TikTok and we giggle, you know?
I'm here for the lulz.
Yeah. Same.
I'm not really here to be like told what to do.
Yeah. So for me, I'm like, post whatever, but like if you're not having very much fun, we can like relax for a second, you know?
So I've relaxed for like a couple months, but
Yeah.
I'm ready to jump back in. I'm feeling the itch and things are gonna ease a little for me. So
that feeling the itch is like probably a sign. It's like, oh, I like this. I still enjoy it.
Yeah. And
which
I'm
is
ready
what we
to
need.
do something fun again. And also on there I try every swig treat and tell you how good it is.
Yes. Oh, so she always tells me, actually, I never tried the chocolate chip mini cookies from Swig because I was like, they're probably not good.
Well, they're sort of expensive, let's be clear.
And Missy tries them, hands some to me, and she's like, try these. Eat them. Obsessed. Hyperfixation.
They're so cold and chewy and good.
I love them. Anyways, so I do be treating myself.
But Swig
to
is
those.
hit and miss, so I'm here to tell you.
Yeah.
What you should try and what you should not try.
Yeah. We actually just tried the coconut lime one.
Yeah,
the
and
other
it was
day.
good.
It was good.
It was like their old sugar cookies that are like dense and yummy.
Superior.
Because they changed their sugar cookie and now it's bad.
Yeah.
So.
I meant to ask you something else about your life update, but I freaking forgot. So if it comes back,
okay, we'll come back to it.
I do be doing tangents. So, life update for me. Your girl's slowing down on the trips finally. I have one more, and then I'm good.
What's your one more?
Disney with Megan, Emily, who also have Magic Keys.
Okay.
Yep. And because we planned it while we were still there the last time, back in March, and we were like, well, we got Magic Keys, when are we going again?
Yeah. If you're going to invest in it, you got to make it worth it.
Yeah. So our friend Megan was laying in bed before we were leaving. She was scrolling her, nurses know their schedules like months in advance. And she was like, I got a weekend. And we were like, let's go.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, sweet. But it's just a fun adventure.
Yep. So we go. We're doing Disney California Adventure, one each day. And then we come home. And then it's summer. And I'm hoping to camp. I'm hoping to hang with Missy, do some fun summer things with her and her kids. My sister-in-law, Rachel, she'll be doing summer things with her kid. Yeah. I'm just trying to tag along.
And I'm sure Kalal will be playing pickleball.
Yep.
All summer long.
Yep. Pickleball and camping. So, not much of a life update. I do have like a family get-together kind of thing in like July, but we'll talk about that another time. Yeah. But that's just like in the future. Other than that, after Memorial Day, your girl doesn't even got a trip on the books.
Honestly, sometimes that feels delightful to just be like, I just get to be home.
It does. I like cleaning and getting my laundry done and feeling fulfillment through like getting your checklist done.
Yeah, you book yourself way tighter than I ever would in terms of traveling.
I'm feeling it.
I need the minutes home after that.
I always thought that like traveling would be like, I do love that. That's what I like to spend my money on as well. But being gone so much, I'm like, oh man, I just miss chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or doing whatever you wanted to. Or
Yeah.
just like watching a show at night.
Yeah. Okay, but now we're getting into like the best part of the pod.
Okay, I'm ready.
The get to know you questions. So, what's in a Missy Tenney starter pack?
Okay, I felt like this one's easy for me.
Yeah.
First is vanilla Coke Zero in a can.
Yeah.
I'm a can girl. Fountains next. Don't ever give me a bottle. I don't want it. If I can have one of those with me at all times, I will.
Yeah.
The next thing is my chosen outfit, which I pretty much don't stray from.
Yeah.
Which is in the summer an oversized tee with biker shorts.
Yep.
And in the winter a crew neck with leggings.
Dude, same.
Like I own jeans.
Yeah.
And I wear them for special occasions.
Yeah.
But if I can get away with shorts or leggings, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it every time. Next is the Notes app on my Apple phone.
Oh, yeah.
I literally don't think I could live without it. Everything about my life is on the Notes app.
Do you ever go back and delete?
Sometimes.
Okay. Like clean up?
Yeah. Like I keep like meal plans with my family from like holidays.
Oh.
Because on there we put like who's buying what, who's bringing what, like what's the deal. And I think I still have like Thanksgiving from 3 years ago. And I'm like, I could probably get rid of that one.
Yeah.
You know? So sometimes I clear it out, but you never know when you might need it.
Yeah.
So I just keep everything.
I know.
And I live with my Notes app and I can't live without it.
I love.
Another thing is just like checker print stuff. And not because I wear checker print all the time. I have some checker print stuff.
Yeah.
But like people now when they see checker print, they're like, oh, that's a Missy thing. Like my mom got me a cute checker print blanket for Christmas. She's like, it just was you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's checker print, but not on me, just around me.
Yeah. Surround me with checker print.
Yeah. And then the last thing is like a random baked good on a plate.
Yum.
90% of the time if I'm showing up to something, I have a random baked good on a plate.
Facts.
Because I just like try stuff and then bring it wherever I go.
Yeah.
Like, if I go to a party, I'm bringing something. Even if they didn't ask me. I'm like, look, I brought cookies.
I love.
If I'm showing up to someone's house, especially unannounced, you're like, I brought cookies though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm going to have a baked good at pretty much all times.
I forgot to tell everyone. Me and Missy actually used to be neighbors.
We did used to be neighbors, and I brought you cookies on a plate.
And fresh baked bread and pumpkin cookies that I thought I didn't like, and then I tried and I loved. So
No,
maybe I do love
They're
pumpkin.
the best pumpkin cookies in the world.
Yeah.
Those are on the blog too.
Oh, yeah, they're good. I don't even like pumpkin, but I do love those.
Yeah, that's how we met the first time is I brought pumpkin cookies over because I always do it in October.
And Kala loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't know that we liked each other until right before you moved.
Yep.
We were like the neighbors who didn't leave our houses and didn't speak to anybody.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, turns out they're cool. And they're like, guess what? We're moving.
And I was like, LOL, we move in a month. But Missy's amazing. So she's like, hey, I got 2 kids, but we love chilling. If you make the drive, I'll cook and do dessert. So really, I just show up. I get pampered. I feel like it's my birthday once a month. And then we play games. So Missy is really good at maintaining relationships. And I really appreciate her.
Well, it's only because you give it back. Like we do the things.
But Missy, she's really good. But one thing that is good is before we leave, we plan the next time.
Yeah, always. Or else we won't do it.
I know. So we have to.
We always have it on our calendar. Game nights with the Friels. We're doing it.
Yeah. And I look forward to it.
And we have good food and we play games and it's a nice time.
Missy texts me a week in advance and she gives me like 3 or 4 options and how am I supposed to choose?
Yeah, well, and I always try and be like 1 interesting option for dinner, 1 comfort option, and then 1 something else.
Actually, facts. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is going to be a long episode because I keep bringing up everything about her. Missy made paninis one time. But you're like, oh, panini for dinner? No, dude. She had like 5 different sandwich options you could do.
Yeah, we had a panini bar.
It was
so many
amazing.
Different options.
Honestly, my stomach's grumbling just thinking about that panini bar. Okay, but back to the questions. What's your fun drink?
Easy. A Coke Zero with vanilla and coconut.
Yeah.
And sometimes I go easy on the vanilla and coconut.
Oh.
Because sometimes I think that they put too much flavor in there and then I can't taste my Coke, you know?
Okay. Good to know.
Sometimes I do coconut cream, but that's only when I'm feeling like a little crazy. And if I'm at Maverick, I'm getting Fresca because Maverick's Fresca is crispy.
Ooh.
It like burns a little on the way down, and I really like it.
You've been saying crispy, and it makes me say crispy.
Yeah, it's a crispy Fresca.
Yeah, so now I say I want a crispy do.
But only at Maverick.
Yeah. I just recently found this gas station, Chevron. It's like 2 blocks that way, and they have the best do. Because I found out that why places have different, like, better drinks is because the ratio of syrup they put in.
Oh, is it higher?
Yeah. So some it's like, oh, you can't even taste this. It tastes like soda water.
Yeah, sometimes you get a bad one.
I want all the flavor.
Me too.
I want
a heavy syrup.
Me too. Me too. What celebrity would you be best friends with?
I'm choosing Nicola Coughlan. And she is in Bridgerton.
Oh.
She is Penelope. The friend with the red hair.
Okay. Is it going to be about her now?
Yes, this season coming up is about her.
Okay.
But I actually found her first from the show on Netflix called Dairy Girls.
Oh.
Which like they're from, I don't want to get it wrong because Ireland and Scotland are a thing.
Yeah.
I think that's Scotland. It's just like teenage girls there during like the Troubles.
Oh.
And it's very hilarious, but you do need subtitles because it's very hard to get through their accents.
Okay.
But she's hilarious, I think, and she's in interviews and stuff. I think she is like made for comedy. So the fact that she's doing Bridgerton is like crazy.
Yeah.
Because I think she has a good comedic head. But I think that like she is so fun and realistic, and I love her. She's also a plus size lady, and I love that. And she freaking rocks it. She's stunning.
Love.
So I'm like, if I could be friends with her, I would love that.
Yeah.
I would love that.
And your show's coming out in like 2 days, right?
Oh yeah. I'm ready.
Okay.
We're prepared.
Love.
We had canceled Netflix because we like got a little tired of it, you know?
Yeah.
And we can't play for every subscription, even though we pretty much do.
Yeah.
And so we got it back because Bridgerton's coming. I'm like, I can't not have it. I need to have it immediately when it comes out.
Yeah. Honestly, understandable. What's something on your wish list under a $500 value?
Okay, this is very baker of me,
Okay.
but I want an airbrush for cakes.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's edible spray.
Uh-huh.
Because the thing I hate the most about cakes is making things colors.
Yep.
When people are like, I'd like it to be red. I was like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because it always tastes weird because you have to put so much coloring in it. Mm-hmm. It starts to skew how it tastes, especially with like black and dark blue and red.
Okay.
I hate it.
Yeah.
We've
talked about colors before.
Yes, because I hate them so much.
Yeah.
But if I have a sprayer, I can do white as my base.
Okay.
And then just spray the colors on.
Love.
And I'm like, I could use cute stencils. I could do so many things.
We need to level up.
So I think I really need a sprayer.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I'm going to do it.
Okay. I second that. Oh, I love asking you this question. What's your current hyperfixation?
I've got a few, I feel like.
Start from the top.
Okay, first is food hyperfixations.
Yes.
Because this weekend I went to a class about pâte à choux, which is like cream puffs and eclairs.
Yum.
I tried to make them like 7 years ago and I failed, and I've never gone back to them because I like to be good at things, you know?
Yeah. we know.
So I went to the class and it was so easy and they turned out so delicious that I'm now obsessed and I'm going to be a cream puff girl.
I love.
And I'm like, what can I fill my cream puffs with? What can I do with them? I've not stopped thinking about it. And then I've also been obsessed with food with cheesecake. So I make cheesecake in my business.
Yep.
And I've had some flavors that I always do.
Yep.
And now I'm ready to like branch out.
Which I love.
So I've been messing with things. So like I tried a chocolate peanut butter one.
Which can confirm was delicious.
And then this weekend for Mother's Day, I did a key lime mango one.
Yum.
And both of them need a little tweaking because it was just like, a little R&D. But I'm just really liking messing with it. And it's fun for me.
Yeah.
So those are my food hyperfixations.
Yummy.
I'm also hyperfixated on the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson, which is books.
Yes.
But I've been listening to them.
And they're big.
They're big, like 60 hours a book of listening time.
That's wild.
And I'm technically past the third main book. They have like 2 little novellas. They're like 6 hours. So I'm on the second novella. And then I have another big book to go.
Sheesh.
And I did not think I could listen to audiobooks.
Yeah.
Because my brain tends to talk to me.
Yeah.
But also I found out that my oldest child also talks to me constantly.
Oh.
And once he went to school, I could listen to an audiobook again.
You're
I was
like,
like,
I love this for me.
Apparently I can do this. I just had someone who talked to me all the time.
Yeah.
And the one who's home with me now, she's a little less
chatty.
So
Yeah.
I can actually listen to a book when she's home. So summertime I might slow down because I'm going to have the talkative one back home.
Yes.
But I'm obsessed with them. And I'm now obsessed with like the whole Cosmere of Brandon Sanderson.
Love.
But fantasy is my genre.
Yep.
So.
Ooh, that's another thing about Missy. She's got a ballin' library. When you walk into her home, to the left is just a whole wall built-in bookcase, and then cascading down the stairs is bookcase, and it's books and trinkets that go along with
all of our nerdy
crazy.
things. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
We both love books and we both love nerdy stuff.
Yep, and it's honestly so cute. You don't even need decorations because it's so stunning how you have it all set
And it's
up.
covered with plants, which are also one of my hobbies.
Yeah. Dude, we gotta. I'm gonna have to post a picture.
Yeah, it's pretty cute, and we got like a really big, comfy chair, so it's
It
like
makes
cozy
me
vibes
want-
in there.
It makes me want to have a cozy library room.
We had that room as like one of those like you have guests, but you don't actually want to let them into your house.
And
Guests.
you're like, have a sit in the front room.
Yeah, but then we never use it because no one actually comes to our house.
Yeah,
And I was like, we need to do something with this room,
and you've nailed it.
and so we just turned it into a library of the things that we love.
Wait, I cut you off. We were talking about the books. Well, so any other.
Well, I just love
hyperfiction-
fantasy, and
Okay.
pretty much all the books we own are mostly fantasy.
Yeah.
Like we love Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and
Yep.
all of those kinds of things.
Same. Any other hyperfixations though?
That's it. Food and books,
Love.
and then the rest of my life.
Honestly,
is, like,
those two
busy.
things are so happy. Current TV show.
Okay, my current TV show. We just finished Wednesday, and Caitlin had been telling me for like a year that I would love Wednesday, and I do love creepy crap.
Yeah.
Like I love Tim Burton vibes,
Yep. Well, he's the.
and he's the director on that.
Yeah.
But I just like didn't watch it when it was hyped.
Uh-huh.
And then when we got Netflix back because we were preparing for Bridgerton,
Yeah.
I was like, we should watch Wednesday. And I
Yeah.
freaking loved it.
It was cute.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was like a little mysterious and you could kind of guess, but then you were like, oh, I didn't expect that.
I know.
I love it when things give me a little twist.
Me too. Especially in books too.
Yes. And it was so much fun. And I'm so pumped for season 2.
Yeah. Actually, I have something to tell you. So Jenna, who is Wednesday, is actually like a producer
Okay.
as well. And she's so young, so it's like, go girl boss. But they're actually taking a couple steps back and like not doing so much relationship
Okay.
as like more horror and more Addams Family
Okay. I'm
for
into
season
it.
2.
I honestly loved, I've always kind of liked the Addams Family vibe.
Yeah.
Like they seem like creeps, but they also have like the most healthy family dynamic you've ever seen.
Actually, facts.
So I'm into that. I'm
Yeah.
full in.
So I'm excited to see how season 2 goes.
Yes, and I hope it lives to the hype,
Yeah.
Because I did really like season 1.
Yeah, me too.
We've also been watching the new Fallout show because my
yeah.
husband played the Fallout video games and I
Yeah.
would watch, and so we're watching the show, and it's very good. It is not for the faint of heart.
Ooh, that's me.
Like it is gory. Sometimes I have to look down at my phone and be like, I'm not gonna watch for a second.
And you're tough. You're a tough girl.
And I can usually do it, but it's been pretty gory.
That's wild. And Mitch can just be like,
Yeah,
We're
Mitch
cool.
is totally fine.
dude.
But that's been a fun watch.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a show for everyone.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like anybody can watch Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of made, like it's not like super dirty or super scary or anything like that.
Yep.
Whereas Fallout is not for just anybody.
Sheesh.
Oh, I've also been watching the OC.
Yes, you were saying it's like kind of comfort, like that's your comfort show lately.
Right now I'm using that as my comfort show. I
Love.
would say the comfort show I go back to is Gilmore Girls always.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Something about it has cozy vibes.
It's so cozy.
But I've been going back. I wasn't allowed to watch those teenage like smutty shows when I was a kid. And so now as an adult I'm going back and watching them.
And you're like,
And I'm like, rightfully so. My parents probably didn't need me watching this.
Yeah.
I get it. But also it's super fun now.
I have to get
like the teenage drama is so much fun.
I have to get out and watch. You were telling me this like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but the seasons are so long. I'm not used to it anymore. Like it's 26 like episodes a season.
Whoa.
So much happened in season 1. I was like, I feel like I've lived 37 lives and it's only season 1.
That's wild.
So it's been fun to go back and watch those things.
Yeah, I need to hop on that. What's something that people might not know about you?
Well, we kind of talked about it, is that I studied science.
Yeah.
I was so invested too. I was for sure that I was going to be a nurse or a PA. And I honestly think I could have been good at that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I just got so bored.
Yeah.
That I was like, I need something that's fun. I just need something fun.
Yeah.
And so I just switched.
Which is crazy that baking and cooking like fulfilled that.
Yeah, and I've always loved to bake.
Yeah.
Like my parents always let me bake and cook in my kitchen growing up. As long as I cleaned up after myself, they were like, you can do it. That's fine.
Love.
But as I got older, me and my aunt, Mandy, she's in northern Utah, we get together and we will try lots of things. And she's kind of helped me like explore like lots of different stuff together.
Love it.
And so we've always just kind of baked together. And I'm like, I love it more than I love most things.
Yeah.
But I never considered it as like a big career choice for me.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, man, I should have gone to pastry school. I don't know what I was thinking.
But for like getting together with friends or celebrating, you've been really good at like taking those classes. Like you did the scones one, this pastry one.
I've taken like a dough lamination about like croissants and puff pastry.
Yeah, dude.
I love to learn about food.
I feel like you're doing it in a fun way, but also like expanding like your horizon.
Yeah. I love to learn about food. Like if there's food from somewhere new, like I used to be a Food Network junkie. Like when they'd be like, we're going to talk about food from this place and why they eat it and what's cool about it. I was obsessed with it.
Kalal likes that. For me, I'm like, I look at the recipe and it says only takes 15 minutes. I'm like, perfect. It's like 45 minutes. I'm like, that's not for me.
Oh yeah, and I'm okay with like a multi-day process.
Yes.
If they're like, you need to start this 3 days early, I'm full in.
Yeah.
I love a project.
I was telling Missy about this chocolate chunk muffin, and it literally just said bake for 5 minutes, then turn the temperature down. And I was like, oh, but you gotta like turn the temp down. And she goes, oh, that's nothing. And I was like, oh, okay, girl,
I'm like, that's normal.
I'm like, this is for you then.
Let's note though, they were good chocolate muffins because you brought me some stuff to do it.
Yeah.
Because it has sourdough, and I can't be bossed around by sourdough. I refuse.
Me neither.
But they were delicious chocolate muffins. We ate them all.
We overcooked ours. They were still good though.
Chocolate's tricky.
But when Missy sent me the picture of her muffins, I'm like, that's how they were supposed to look. So
yeah. So I feel like I've always been meant to be a food person, but I just also liked science.
Oh, before I move on to topic time, I always update my hyperfixation.
Oh yeah.
Or my current hyperfixation is Taylor Swift again. Because
TTPD.
Yeah. Because I be loving it. I be trying to I'm like forcing Claude to listen to it in the car when we go places, but he's not vibing like he should. So that's fine.
Boys will be boys, I guess.
But
my husband does not.
Did you know
either
that the whole Eras Tour set list is changed?
I had heard that. I heard that she put some Travis Kelce songs in there.
Yes.
But I also heard that they were maybe going to update the Disney one.
I hope so.
But maybe I have not seen any of the Eras Tour. So I maybe need to watch it before they update it so I can see the old tour and the new tour.
Let me know before you do so I can come over.
Okay, yeah. I'll make
popcorn.
a treat.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to show you this thing I want to do. And that will be our movie of choice. So we'll watch it together. But, so she added the new album in there.
Yeah.
But she just had her 87th show. And that's Travis's number in football. For one of the sets, she wears like a colorful 2-piece sparkly outfit.
Oh, I've seen it on Instagram.
And it was red and yellow.
Yeah, his team's colors.
Mm-hmm. And I also saw this meme, and it was like Travis Kelce went to the Eras Tour, and not even a year later, he's like
a song about him is in the Eras Tour.
I'm like, actually, that's cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's my hyperfixation is like just obsessing, wanting to go again.
Well, and I think you can spend a lot of time on that because it's the longest album ever.
Yeah.
I still have not made it through all of the songs. I made it through the first 16.
Yeah.
but it's a lot.
Me too.
So I can see why you can spend so much time thinking about it because there's too many of them.
And then it's like you just always like people are talking about like because she does these acoustic songs and they're always changing. So everyone's always talking about that. Everyone's talking about how her outfits are changing, and we're all speculating on Reputation, Taylor's version and all the things. But anyways, I won't talk too much about that. That's just what I be doing and thinking about all the time. But our topic today is actually so sick, and hopefully for us non-cookers out there, we'll get the courage to maybe want to start meal planning.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
We're talking about meal planning because that is my personality.
And I love.
Honestly. But let's be clear here. If you don't want to meal plan and it's not important to you, don't do it.
Yeah, no worries.
I know the world is like, you got to do all the things. And I'm saying if that's not important to you and you can fly by the seat of your pants or you can just eat out all the time and that's fine for your life, freaking do that.
Yeah, dude.
That doesn't work for my life.
Yeah.
And I actually think it doesn't work for a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
For a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
And so I think like you have to, if you're going to meal plan, you got to pick the things that are important to you about it.
Okay.
So some people like budget is important, right? They're meal planning because everything is expensive. Yeah. Seriously, going out to eat is so expensive right now. Like I'm spending $30 on just me. Like if I'm feeding my whole family, I'm like $80 in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a restaurant, but like still. Yeah. That's expensive.
Yeah.
So budget's a factor.
Yep.
But sometimes people would like to be able to cook at home so that they can like teach their kids how to cook. Some people want to be able to like prep for themselves so that they don't have to think about food for the rest of the week. Yeah. Like there's so many good reasons to prep. But I say pick the things that are the most important to you and move on with those. Okay. Because some things don't have to matter. Yeah. Like if you're someone who doesn't mind eating the same thing all the time, you're fine to like pick one thing, make it and eat it the whole week. Yeah. I can't live like that. I need variety in my life. That's one of my important things about meal planning is variety.
The variety you have for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks for your family is really awesome.
It's important to me. And my husband seriously could eat the same thing all week.
Me too.
So he does not care. Yeah. And he will eat the leftovers, thankfully, because I'm not a leftover girl. Me too. Because I get too bored. Yep. I will eat it 1, maybe 2 times if I love it. And then never again. Yeah.
Well, can I ask, what are your reasons?
Yes. So mine is budget, because I can't be spending fast food money. I just can't. Yeah. And the other thing is variety. And I know fast food can maybe give you some variety, but honestly, by the time you have kids who like don't really eat all the things, the variety's not there for me either. Yeah. Because like we're eating Chick-fil-A or McDonald's. Yeah. They're not, or maybe pizza, you know? Yeah. And I'm like, I need things in my life that are not just those things. You need
flavor.
Plus, it helps that I like to cook. But let me be clear, you don't have to like to cook dinner for your family. Yep. And sometimes, even though I like to cook, I don't want to cook for my family. Yeah. Because it's not the same as like cooking something fun. It's like I have to cook the dinner every single day. And sometimes that freaking sucks. Even for people who like to cook. Yeah. My number 1 tip for meal planning is to make yourself a meal index on your notes app on your phone, because that's where you should do everything. Okay. I make it so I just list every meal that we make that we like. Wow. All of them. And if we find new meals we like, I add it to my meal index.
Is this meal index in your notes app? Is it you scroll? Yes. You should video record or screen record.
When I have it also organized by type. So like I have it like Italian food and pasta, Mexican type food, like grilling kind of food, because variety is important to me, right? So I don't pick a whole bunch of things out of the same category in a week.
I'm too stunned to speak over here.
Because that's important to me. Some people could just eat pasta and different variations of pasta and be fine. And I can't do that either.
She's looking at me. That's me.
And that's fine. Yeah. But because variety is important to me, I categorize mine so that I can like be like, well, I'm going to pick some things out of here.
I love that.
Because sometimes the hardest part about thinking what to make for dinner is just being like remembering what you cook.
An index? Of course.
So I have a meal index in my phone. I have a whole folder called meal planning, and my top one in there is meal index. And then I make a note for the month. So right now mine says like May meals and grocery.
Oh.
And then I just pick about 25 meals from my meal index, knowing we might eat out, we might eat leftovers, and you could maybe go less than 25. But I like to have a little cushion.
Yeah.
And then I do nothing else. That's my like month meal plan. I just do that.
Okay.
That's my month starter. At the beginning of the week, or when I'm ready to think about my week, I pick out of those 25 and write them at the bottom. Like, you know how there's like little check marks on your notes?
Yeah.
So I do like those little check mark things, and I put like 5 meals, sometimes 6 if I know what's going on with my life, because I can look at my calendar and be like, we're definitely going to eat out this day because I've got too much going on.
Yeah.
Or like this makes enough to have leftovers, so but I just write down the things. And to me, variety is important, so I'm picking strategically. So I'm like something with rice, something with pasta, something we grill, I like the variety. So I just pick those 5, and then I look at what I have and put underneath it what grocery I need.
Oh, love.
And I don't mind grocery shopping. I actually kind of like it. So I grocery shop. But I know a lot of people who like just order their groceries.
Love.
And they're delivered to their house. And then I only grocery shop once a week.
Okay. And
I only do Costco like twice a month.
Oh.
It's better if I just do once a month, because I do be spending on fun things.
Yes.
So, and then the beauty of it is I can assign per day based on what kind of day I'm having.
Yeah.
And sometimes we plan hot dogs, right?
Yum.
Because we are too busy, and I'm like, we're busy, but I don't want to eat out a million times.
Yeah.
So it's okay to like plan your easy food.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, a hot dog we can literally like put on the grill or microwave that thing.
Yum.
But I'm gonna plan my hot dogs.
Yeah.
For a hard day, So
Dude,
I'll fill them in
smart.
on which days.
Yeah.
And then I will pull out meat for like the first 3 days.
Oh.
Because if something is not thawed, I'm not cooking it.
Same. Literally, she's speaking for all of us.
And I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
That's your number one. That's your big tip of the day, is pull out like your first 3 days of meat, and then pull out the next 3 days of meat.
Okay.
Because nobody is cooking if their chicken is frozen.
Nope.
Who's doing it?
Nope, not me.
Nobody's doing it. You're like just getting change of plans.
Facts.
And then you eat out.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other good thing about it is if sometimes you just like don't feel it, you can eat out, and that you just put that right back into your 25 that you picked, and you'll just do it later.
Yeah.
Like this is like, you can mess up or you can not care, and it's fine.
I love it.
So I literally do a whole month of meal. Mm-hmm. And then each week I just pick like 5 or 6
from your 25.
From my 25, and then the groceries underneath it.
Love.
And then at the end of the month, anything we didn't eat, I just move to the next month. Okay. So anything we didn't actually cook, I just put those as part of my 25 meals for the next month, and be like, we're doing it. And if it lasts like 3 months and we still haven't eaten it, I don't actually think we like to eat it anymore. Okay. So I'll either take it off my meal index if it's like, we just don't really cook this and we don't really like it. Yeah. I'll take it off. Or I'll just know to like retire that meal for a while. Like we're tired of it, or we don't want to eat it anymore.
So you are always finding new things, desserts, baked goods, dinners and stuff. So when you find a new meal that you're excited to cook and try, do you bump something off the 25, or does that go on the next 25 for like next month?
I'll usually add it to my 25 with like a link or something. Okay. So that I can plan for it in my week. Okay, cool. If it's something I'm like desperate to try, you're like, I'm just going to get the stuff and try it. Love it. And bump something else out. Okay. I don't stick to like such a strict meal plan that I can't have a little freedom. Yeah, because then you feel like, oh, this is... Yeah, it takes like all the fun out of it. Yeah. If there is any fun in it, I don't know. Sometimes cooking for your people is hard. Yeah. And like I have kids who have toddler palates. Yep. And even though we eat a million types of food, my kids still have toddler palates. Yeah. So, like, we always have, like, some kind of pasta. Yum. Whether it has just, like, jarred red sauce on it, or we are a little more fun with, like, pesto or something. Yeah. And so that's something that we eat all the time. Okay. And that's okay. Yeah. Like, that's something we repeat a lot, but my kids actually eat it. Yeah. And then sometimes I plan on things based off of, like, my kids don't actually like orange chicken. but my kids do like white rice.
Okay.
So, like, they can have white rice and chicken nuggets.
Yum.
That I can throw in the air fryer with my orange chicken. Genius. And then they're having a similar meal to me without me having to work very hard.
I love it. It can be done.
It can be done. And, I mean, sometimes having kids makes it so I can't try as many fun things.
Okay.
And sometimes I just cook the meal I want to eat, and my kids can eat something else.
Love it.
I know some people are like, don't cater to your kids. And I'm like, guess what? Sometimes I'm catering to myself.
And you're like, how about you worry about yourself and let me live?
Milo would love nothing more than for me to feed him cereal for dinner. It would literally be his dream come true.
Love it.
So sometimes if he eats cereal for dinner and he thinks he's having the best day of his life and I get to try something fun, that's like, serving everybody here.
Yeah, and and then he thinks you're the best mom ever.
Yeah, and then I get to have a Thai dish that sounds yummy to me.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's a give and take.
Yeah.
We don't cater to them, but sometimes I cater to me.
Yeah. No,
and that includes them eating cereal.
Oh, actually, so Costco's twice a month. We grocery shop once a week. Where does Trader Joe's fall into this?
Trader Joe's is just for fun.
Okay.
It's funsies, mostly.
Okay.
Like, there's some things that I keep stocked. Like, I like Trader Joe's roasted garlic marinara.
Oh, okay.
It's my favorite jarred pasta sauce. And I went through a phase where I bought, like, every type of pasta sauce in existence and tried them all.
Yeah.
Because when you see all the options, I'm always like, I don't know what brand to buy.
Yeah.
And so I just tried a whole bunch.
And now we know
And
TJ's.
now I know that I like the Trader Joe's kind.
No,
so when I go, I like buy 6 or 7 because we eat pasta a lot.
Yeah.
But usually because I don't live close to Trader Joe's, really.
Yeah.
When my dog has the groomer in Orem, that's when I go to Trader Joe's.
Okay.
So it's about once every 5 weeks.
Oh, okay.
And then I just get my essentials, and then I bop around and see what's new.
Okay.
And sometimes I get something interesting.
So how many paper bags are we leaving with usually? Every
3, maybe.
That's not crazy.
Yeah. Like, I always buy pot stickers there.
Yum.
They're the best pot stickers, and we've tried all the kinds, and Trader Joe's are the best pot stickers.
Good to know.
I always buy pasta sauce there.
Okay.
I always buy their beef bulgogi fried rice.
Good to know.
It's delicious. They also have a beef bulgogi that's kind of expensive. It's like $12, but it's all meat.
Okay, I gotta tell this to
And that's a
Claude.
delicious beef bulgogi.
Actually, he'd be listening to the pod.
Yeah,
so
and they have some pizzas that I like sometimes.
Okay.
So I have a few things I get there.
All right.
And then I just kind of bebop around because I like to try new things.
Love.
So when they have something seasonal that seems fun, I'm going to get it, you know?
You always tell me what I need to know.
But since I only go like once a month-ish, I feel like it's okay if I buy a couple randos, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. And you're a girl that lets us know.
Yeah, if it's good, I'm going to tell you about it.
You always report back.
And also, if it's overhyped, I'm also going to tell you about it.
Facts.
Because I sometimes buy things and think, people have been raving about this, and I think it's lame.
Yeah. Sorry, I got us on a tangent about
That's okay.
TJ's.
But yeah,
I
Trader Joe's fits, but it's just random for me.
I wanted to know where it fit in with the grocery shopping. So, you talked about the 25, splitting it up 5 per week, doing the grocery list underneath. What's next?
What's next is you stop worrying about it so much.
Yeah.
Because that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I write mine on my calendar so that my husband knows.
Yeah.
Because if it's just on my notes, even though he's included on that note, he's not looking at it, you know?
Oh.
He's not looking at it like I'm looking at it. And so we have like an acrylic calendar on our wall that like holds some stuff.
Yeah.
And it has a menu at the bottom. So I write it there because then when he comes down and if he can see that it's a dinner he's capable of, he can just help.
Yeah. I was actually going to ask. You said Mitch for sure cooks a whole meal once a week?
Oh, yeah. We started making... So usually I have cooked in our marriage because I like to cook.
Yes.
But recently I've been getting a little burnt out on cooking.
Yep.
Just because life, you know?
Yeah.
And cooking's not always fun.
Yeah.
And so I had Mitch start taking a day of the week. And usually it was Thursdays, but we sort of moved it to Tuesdays sometimes.
Okay.
So I just asked him, what meals would you like to prepare for this month? So when we collaborate, we share the note, but I'm more in charge of it. That's just how it works for us.
Yeah.
And he'll tell me what he wants to cook this month.
Does he have any specialties?
Yes, we eat Korean beef all the time.
That's his thing. He's good at that.
Yes, it's a Six Sisters recipe, and it's delicious.
Yum.
But I'm tired of it. But of course, he's not tired of it.
Because he can eat it over and over.
Yes, and also our kids eat it.
Oh.
Which is sort of a miracle because our kids don't actually eat ground beef, but they will eat this.
It's making sense
so
now.
Figure it out. So you can pretty much guarantee twice a month he's making that, and then I make him choose something else for the
Okay.
other ones, pretty much. I'm like,
So
you can't
what
make it
can-
every week or I'm going to lose my mind.
What's the second one that he's good at?
He's been learning how to make pasta,
Oh yeah.
like homemade pasta. And we
Oh.
got an extruder
Pop
to
off
make cute
king.
shape,
Okay,
like
Mitch.
shapes out of them. And so he usually makes pasta one week, you know.
That's sick. Okay.
And then sometimes he's like, well, maybe I'll try something a little more interesting. Like, and he'll give me like a recipe from TikTok or something.
Love. Okay.
And I just add the stuff to the list.
Okay.
But I do most of that work, just how we divide things up.
Dude.
Like Mitch cleans toilets and I don't.
Love.
And so I do the grocery list and he doesn't, you know?
Okay.
So that doesn't really bother me.
We
But
all have
we
things
do
like
make
that.
him cook once a week.
Yeah.
Because I just get tired sometimes. And then for sure that day we don't eat out.
Yeah.
And also he's an enabler. Like if he doesn't want to cook, he's going to try and get me to eat out.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, did you hear about this new?" And
Yeah.
you're like, "Wait, what?"
If he comes down and dinner's not started and I look tired, he's like, "Are we eating out today?" And I was like, "We have a plan. And I've prepared. We can do it."
Yeah.
And so sometimes having your meal plan and your meat thawed makes it so that you actually do it even if you're tired.
Ooh, actually valid.
Or even if you don't end up with all this stuff, sometimes you're just like, well, it's fine. We
Yeah.
ate tacos the other day, like white people tacos.
I love white people tacos.
Yeah, they're delicious. And my kids like a cinnamon tortilla.
Yum.
The one kid who doesn't eat anything will at least eat the cinnamon tortillas.
Love.
But I was like, what goes on a taco? And I was pulling stuff out of my fridge and I was like, I have half of what we need.
Perfect.
But we just ate it anyway.
Yeah.
But I was
think
like,
we've
because
all
it was
been
on the
there.
menu and I obviously did not buy what we needed, but
We're surviving.
we're just going to have beef and olives and salsa.
Yum.
We don't need lettuce
No.
or anything like that.
No.
It's fine.
Yeah. No, we're good.
And
We're
guess what? It
literally
tasted
good.
fine and we moved on. So,
And we weren't hungry the rest of the night.
yeah. And everybody ate dinner because
And
it was
you
on
know-
the menu and we did it.
And you know what else could have been good? Cereal.
Yeah, it could have been. And sometimes we have done that.
So
Let's be clear.
yeah.
Or sometimes we just like make those Lehigh Mills muffins and move on.
You're making me excited to want to start an index
Yeah.
in my note
Start
app.
your index and because then you at least know what you do cook.
And now I know that there's categories.
Yeah. Make yourself a category.
Yeah. Pastas, grills,
Grills.
grilled, grills,
Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex.
Because I don't really, I mean, I wish I could cook authentic Mexican food, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure everything I grew up with a recipe for is just like fake Mexican food.
Oh, same.
But, you know, make some categories so you're
Yeah.
not eating the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
Unless you like to eat the same thing all the time.
Dude,
do
you are
that.
making me think I got this.
Oh, I also didn't say that's just dinners. So, like, I do plan also for, like, breakfast and lunches. But
Yeah, you do.
that's rough. Like, breakfast, I always eat eggs or
Mm-hmm.
some variation of that. Like, I need a protein. So, I always make sure eggs are on my list.
Yeah.
My husband loves sandwiches. So, I just always have sandwich stuff.
Yep.
Like, that goes on the list every week. I just kind of evaluate.
Yeah.
Same thing with, like, kids. They eat a lot of applesauce. They eat a lot of, like, fruits and stuff. So, those are on my list every time, pretty much.
Cheese sticks.
Yes, so much cheese.
So much.
So like my
cheese.
grocery list every week has those things on it too.
Okay.
And then I just order from my list or shop from my list.
What else do we need to know?
I think that's it.
I
You
feel
can
like
do it.
this is what I'm thinking that you should do.
Okay.
You should take all these things that you've been like perfecting over the last 10 years, 11 years, and make them into,
Like downloadable things.
yes, a sheet,
Yeah.
and we all just buy it on Etsy.
Well, that's fine, but also you can do it for free on your Notes app. I'm telling
Facts.
you, the Notes app is the best. I do think some people would love a guide.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll consider that.
Yeah.
But really, on your Notes app, you can do all that thing, all that
Yeah.
stuff. And if it makes you happy to write it down, then write it down.
I'm going to write it down, girl.
Because sometimes that's easier to visualize for
I
some
like
people.
paper.
But I'm like, I just do it all for free on my phone.
Yeah.
And it's always right there. And if I know I run out of something, I can just put it on my list.
Love.
Or tell my husband. Like yesterday, we yelled across. I'm like, we need lemon juice and soy sauce. And he knows where the grocery list is.
Love.
Because we have a shared note.
Yep.
And he just adds it to my next week.
Oh, perfect.
So
Okay,
it just
easy.
gets added.
Yeah. I am going to implement this in my life, and I'm going to update the pod.
Okay, yeah, let me know how it goes.
Because it's Monday.
Yeah.
I got this.
You
I
can do
can
it.
report back not this Friday, because, sorry, we're recording on Monday for Friday. So we're ahead of it. So this Friday you're going to, or today, Friday, you're hearing about this. Next Friday, I'm going to report back
and be like, I tried to meal plan.
Yeah.
And just because I do 5 or 6 days doesn't mean you have to do 5 or 6 days.
La Bear be loving leftovers.
Okay, then you can do it.
Yeah.
Or if you love leftovers, only cook twice a week.
Yeah. And I'm like Mitch. I'm a sandwich girl. Yeah. I be eating sandwiches. I eat sandwiches for breakfast sometimes.
Yeah. I'm like, if you're happy to eat lasagna for 3 days, make one lasagna.
Yeah.
Or 2 if your family's big.
Yeah.
And eat lasagna for 3 days.
Dude, okay.
Because then you don't have to cook as much.
I love this.
I make it harder on myself because I don't like to do that.
Well, you need variety.
But that's important to me.
Yeah.
I love this podcast called The Lazy Genius.
Oh.
And she talks about being a genius about the things that matter.
Love.
And lazy about the things that don't.
Okay.
So to me, it matters. But if that doesn't matter to you, be lazy. Be lazy.
Yeah.
Cook once a week. Cook twice a week.
Yeah.
And eat your leftovers because that works for you.
Dude.
I feel like the other place people struggle is sometimes they're like, I don't know. We don't have a lot of things that we do cook.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. You just have to try stuff.
Yeah.
There was like, what do you cook? And I was like, well, we just like made a list over time. It's not it's not going to just come to you.
Well, it's helped that you made that index.
Yeah, because then we can remember. And sometimes I look through it and be like, oh, I forgot that we ever cooked that and that we liked it.
Yeah.
I can do it again.
Yeah.
But people are like, what are you cooking for dinner? I'm like, just random.
Yeah.
But you have to be willing to try to make some things. And
I think in this episode, we've learned that you will cook things for the kids. You'll cook something for Mitch. Sometimes you'll do something for yourself. And the others can have cereal if they want.
And that's
it's
okay.
Fine.
And sometimes I cook a meal that I'm the only one who actually likes it. And Mitch just tolerates it. And that's okay too. Because I want it.
He can go grab a snack later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does take some time to like build up your meals. And just know that if you're someone who has not meal planned and do not have a lot of meals you love,
we gotta get on food talk.
It's okay to like try some things, but also eat a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
Or to only meal plan twice a week and maybe try a new thing once a month to maybe add to your list.
My trusty meal is taco salad.
Okay, delicious.
White people tacos, taco salad. That's like, because chopping up stuff is not hard.
Yeah.
And cooking ground beef is not terrible.
Not hard. And here's the thing. You could even mass cook your ground beef. You could even season it and put it in your freezer, and then you just microwave that thing.
Love.
I also do freezer meals. We almost could do a whole podcast about freezer meals.
Actually, maybe that's what we'll do. Don't even get into it because we should do.
Yeah.
Because let me do this meal prep or this meal planning.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna level up.
And see how freezer meals fit into your life.
Yeah.
Because they can make your meal prep so much easier. And you don't have to meal prep full meals.
Yeah.
You can just do things that help you.
Yeah. I want freezer meals.
Yeah.
I
was on a big kick, especially when I was in school.
Yeah.
That I would do tons of freezer meals.
Oh,
like my whole
sick.
freezer would just be that.
Love.
And now I'm home with kids and I don't do it as much, but I do things that matter. Like I will sometimes brown a whole bunch of ground beef.
Love.
And freeze it in 1 pound bags. And then when I need ground beef, I don't even have to cook it. I can just warm it and throw it into something.
Do you love when you do that for future you?
Yeah, future me is really glad that past me was ambitious. But I also do that for like grilled chicken. Sometimes I'll grill a whole bunch of chicken.
Okay.
And then freeze them.
Okay.
And then if we're having like pesto pasta and I'm bored with just that,
yeah,
I can throw on a little grilled chicken that I just had to warm up.
Real quick, while we have you here. Let's say I freeze my grilled chicken.
Yeah.
Did you slice it already?
You can. I don't.
Okay.
I just microwave it and then slice it after it's warm.
So do we have to defrost? What's the best way to microwave it?
I microwave full power.
Love.
Like a rebel.
Me too. That's what I want to do. I want to make sure you're doing it too.
Here's the thing. If it's already been cooked, microwave.
Love.
Full power like a rebel. If it's uncooked, that's when you use your defrost setting.
Got it.
Because defrost is going to not cook it.
Okay.
But just defrost it. You know how when you do your ground beef one from frozen and then the edges start to brown?
I hate.
That's when you're supposed to use defrost.
Love.
But if you've pre-done it, just microwave that thing.
Okay.
Make it warm, put it on top. And then it feels like your meal is fun because it's like chicken pesto pasta. Yeah. And your kids just have noodles with pesto sauce and they're happy.
Love.
You know?
Do you think that everyone listening is as excited and ready to go like I am right now?
I hope so. Because food is fun.
I'm ready to go write my grocery list, plan my meals, get my food index, and just cook. Because for me, well, we also don't eat out because it's expensive. Like, I feel like for me, the meal planning will be for budget, but also I hate being let down. You spend
Yes.
$12 on a meal
I
for
feel
like
that.
just yourself, and you're like, it's not that great.
Yeah.
And so it's like you spent the money, didn't really love it, and I feel like you don't really get let down as much when you're cooking a fun meal from home. That you picked it for a reason.
Yeah.
So you're
'cause you
probably
liked
gonna
it.
like it.
Yeah. And I'm like, sometimes I feel like some people I grew up in a home that was like an ingredient house because we cooked all the time.
Same.
And so for me, I have like a big thing to grab from because
Yeah.
we had all these meals growing up. But I'm like, I also think that there's value in like cooking your own food at home and being used to that.
Yeah.
And I also feel like sometimes people tell me like their kids are like, how come we never have home cooked food? And I was like, for me, I was like the kid who was like, how come we never eat out?
Yes. Me
And
too.
I'm like, I feel like we need to have like a happy medium
Yeah.
where it's like we can eat out, but also we cook at home
yeah.
and we can do both those things.
Yeah. I'm like I said, I just want to copy Missy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And use your notes app.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my notes app.
I'm a notes app evangelist.
Obviously, it's in the starter pack.
Yeah.
Dude, I cannot thank you enough for coming on the pod and talking about all the things you know best.
You know what? Anytime. If it's about food, I'm going to be here.
Yeah, we're going to have you back on maybe like end of August.
Okay. Before school starts.
Before school starts, and when like
Well, then we have to be beginning of August. School starts early here.
Okay, yeah, beginning of August, we'll have you on. We'll talk about freezer meals because then us people
Can
with
get prepared.
kids, schools, whatever, working, we can do those freezer meals, and hopefully we can like tie in the crock pot for fall, winter,
or just the oven. Guess
Yeah.
what? I'm not a crock pot evangelist.
Oh, good to
Don't
know.
really enjoy my crock pot.
Oh,
So most of my freezer meals are actually not crock pot ones.
oh, okay, crazy.
And so then we're not gloop fest, you know? I feel
Yeah.
like crock pot is a gloop fest sometimes.
Yeah, you be right,
But
dude.
yeah, I'll for sure come back. And
Yeah.
maybe even I'll get going on my freezer meals on my blog.
Yeah.
And then we can have some recipes to share so you guys can try things.
And I will be reporting back on all my food hyperfixations because it always stem from Missy.
Yep. But follow me and I'll share some things.
Yeah. All right, Missy, thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
We'll
thanks
see
for
you
having me.
guys. Bye.
See ya.